that, the IDF has liaison officers in all the major branches of the military, but now they're going to have one in the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and they're going to have one in the Homeland Security, and they're going to deploy to any operations inside the United States. He will go to training exercises, conferences, and if needed, will deploy with the National Guard to emergency situations, the officer explained. In fact, can I have a document cam shot? People will deny this is in here. I've found more hit pieces today on us where they just say Interpol's not taking over and that none of this is true, and then I'm making it all up, thinking you're stupid and won't look into this. And, of course, it always comes from, quote, sources we can trust. Yeah. People from our supposed own camp trying to make you live in denial out there about what's happening. Israel's own Home Front Command, National Guard, will be bolstered during the operations. See, they call it Home Front Command. Here it's Homeland Security. And it goes on. So there you go. And here it is. Now, again, every time I mention this, I get emails going, well, the Explorer Scouts do work with police. What's wrong with that? Well, I happen to have the New York Times and countless other newspaper articles where Secure Corps, Division of AmeriCorps, and other groups are doing paramilitary training for the last 10 years with the federal government to, quote, take on disgruntled veterans. And here is the Daily News. It was also in the Contra Coast Times. LAPD on course to take over Explorer program completely from the Boy Scouts. 3,000 young people have already gone through the LAPD program, training them to be law enforcement. And then you go find out what this training entails, and it's taken on American gun owners. That's in this New York Times article.
Remain in your houses. The President of the United States has declared martial law under Executive Order 11,004.
Will they do it? Will they pull the trigger this time? We all pray they stand down, but an engineered crisis seems more likely with each passing day. Think it can't happen here? Executive Order 10990 locks down all highways. Executive Order 10995 seizes control of all media outlets. Executive Order 10998 controls all farms and food supplies. All these executive orders are now cocked, loaded, and waiting for the right crisis. So if you're worried about the possibility of martial law here in America or have questions about how to survive it, go to martiallawsurvival.com. That's martiallawsurvival.com. Go to martiallawsurvival.com right now.
You must remain in your houses until your bracelets are scanned.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
I have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv.
Before you throw away your used batteries, you need to listen to this. Now, going green can save money. Go green and save money by giving life to your used batteries by charging them with the Renaissance Charger. The Renaissance Charger uses a new revolutionary battery charging technology that effectively extends the life of new batteries and gives new life to used batteries. Invented by legendary audio genius John Bedini, this unique and patented charging system rejuvenates the electrochemical plate structure in the battery without additives, increasing capacity quality and maintaining cell integrity. Renaissance Charge offers a full line of products made in the USA for all types and sizes of batteries. Find out why our customers tell us the Renaissance Charger is the only battery charger they will ever use. Save your money. Save the environment. Visit us online at r-charge.com. That's r-charge.com, or call us at 208-772-4514. That's 208-772-4514. Be a part of the revolution today.
Yeah, we got the definition for inviolable, and it was exactly what I thought it was. Middle English from the Middle French or Latin, 15th century. It means secure from violation or profanation. That means the tax man sucking off you. Secure from assault or trespass. See, you don't own your property if you pay property taxes. You are an indentured serf. This country's no longer free a long time ago. Property rights is the base. We now are chattel property of the bankers through fraud. Any moment we could wake up and say no, but they're using the pretext of terrorism to set up the police state and control our lives. But I want you to understand this. They are training your children to spy on you in the public schools publicly. They are training your kids to come home and boss you around and write up reports on your environmental activities. They are training, and again, it's in the New York Times saying how great it is, scouts trained to fight terrorists and more, disgruntled vets. And that's photos of the kids going in and doing drills of killing gun owners that won't turn their guns in. You cannot make this up. And now they're just completely taking it away from the Boy Scouts and making it local big city police programs, which are then federally controlled. In fact, here it is, LAPD on course to take over Explorer program. This is going on nationwide. Again, 8-9 years ago, I saw Secure Corps under the Philadelphia police control, under a federal grant. It's over. The country's gone. There's no chance in saving any of it unless we get honest about it. Now, as U.S. citizens, as sovereigns, as constitutionalists, as citizens of our states that constitute the federal government and its three just powers, we are sovereign. We are above the government unless we violate someone's rights, their property, or hurt someone unlawfully. Then a jury of our peers, of other sovereigns, convene, the grand jury, to decide whether you should be indicted. They then give that order to the judge, to the sheriff, to the bailiff, to the constables, to seize you. And then you're given due process. That's being erased. So citizens don't even really get that anymore. Instead, the UN is only 60-something years old, 1945. It sets itself up, private banking front, and says, we're above the law. No one can arrest us. No one can stop us. That's why Maurice Strong can commit all these big crimes, steal hundreds of millions, do nothing. Diplomatic immunity. So they go far above the immunity we had from tyranny under the Bill of Rights and Constitution. Your private property never had to pay taxes on it. Couldn't be taken by the government. Not even the king under English common law could take your home. Now, you don't pay the taxes, even though there's no way to pay them, they take your property. You have no sovereignty. They have godlike, Caesar, Caligula sovereignty. Whenever a king, whether it was in Babylon or Egypt or Greece or Rome or England, declared they were God and were above everyone, they would be overthrown as a tyrannus, as a tyrant. Now, the UN and anyone they designate, and see, your government then designates, our government says, oh, you have immunity, but our own government's a member of it, so they get immunity. The government is above the law, foreign troops being brought in, brainwashing our kids, turning them against us. But then we have no sovereignty and no protections. The Patriot Act erases it all. This is a criminal, rogue government It's all exposed in my film, Fall of the Republic. Great job, crew. I break down what really happened with this panties bomber coming up.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power